What's up, YouTube? It's the Console Samurai with Grown-Ups Gaming. And I did get a chance to go see Fantastic Four finally. And, I want to see if it was as bad as the box office numbers indicated, or as bad as some people are saying it was in their reviews. And, it seemed interesting with some of the changes they were making. Instead of going to space to get their powers, they were going to go to another dimension. They were this movie was going to be more serious. I liked these changes. They kind of interested me. And plus, I actually really wanted the Fantastic Four to succeed because I like the characters. I've never been a huge follower of them in comic books, but I like the characters. I like the story. I think it's interesting. So I was looking for it to do well. Unfortunately, I don't think this was a reboot that is going to kickstart the franchise and get it going again. Because some of the things that they changed did kind of, well, they unraveled the whole movie. The fact they dealt with it in a serious fashion is kind of a minor problem, because instead of it just being certain parts dealt with in a serious fashion, it was dealt with almost the entire time with a serious tone. There was very little comedy in the movie, and I kind of feel that's important in a comic book movie. Excuse me. There should at least be some kind of comedy. You can be serious when they get their powers and they've lost control of their body, and especially people like the Thing. When he loses control of his body and he becomes this monstrosity, that makes sense. We can deal with that in a very serious way. That is traumatic to the character. Why can't we have it in a serious way? I'm cool with that. I'm absolutely cool with that. Um, the other thing, the way they changed how they got their powers, unfortunately, because that required so much world building, they had to come up with the technology. They had to come up with the reasoning for why they were going to go to another world. They had to come up with an opportunity for them to go to another world. That unfortunately took so much world building to do, and it took up so much of the time that it derailed the entire movie, and it created all kinds of pacing problems with the movie. Because even after they did that, and they went to the other dimension, they got their powers, they came back. As soon as they come back and they've changed, they've lost control of themselves, and they now have their powers, they skip ahead to 12 months later. We don't see what happened in that 12 months. Even later, we don't see what happened in that 12 months, like in flashbacks or anything. It's just, they cut the 12 months out and just threw them in the garbage. Which, when you come back from the 12 months, now the three remaining of the Fantastic Four, because one of them disappeared, they're now militarized. They're military weapons. They're part of the new super soldier program. And it didn't even go from A to B to C. It just went from A to C. Hey, guess what? Now they're military weapons, which really took away a lot, because I would have liked to have seen what happened there, at least a little bit, at least some of the steps that led to it. But it did create major pacing problems with the movie, because all of a sudden you're watching, you go, wait, hold on, did I just fall asleep, or did I mentally check out what happened? Because I feel like I missed a lot, and that's really bad. Now, as far as the characters themselves, as I said, I like the characters. So I really wasn't very happy with the fact that they didn't develop them at all. Reed Richards is really nothing more than just the smart guy on the team. Ben Grimm's just the obligatory muscle in the team, and he wasn't even part of the team. He just got invited at the last minute. Sue Storm, hey, she's just a woman on the team. And Johnny Storm is just really the angry guy on the team. And it's not even like he was the headstrong hothead who just ran off half-cocked and everything in previous source material. He just was angry all the time. And that, to me, it does a disservice to the characters and the source material. Now, that being said, I did kind of like what they did with Doom. I know that wasn't exactly in line with the source material, but I like the fact that he was not this megalomaniacal, power-mad dictator, as we've seen in some of the source material. I like the fact that he actually had an arguably notable or noble cause. And even though he was evil, you could actually watch and go, all right, well, I can see where you're coming from. I still think you're a bad guy, but I at least see where you're coming from. But maybe this will all end well. Maybe this will result in Marvel getting the property back, and maybe they'll do it justice. But tell me what you think in the comments down below. Did you get a chance to see Fantastic Four? If so, what did you think? Did you think it was better than you expected, or what? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Once again, I am the Console Samurai, and I'll see you around.